Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome back to T. Nolan Sons SCANIA here in Castleisland in County Kerry. Now guys, I've never shown you a P-Series SCANIA on my channel before, so I thought it was about time to show you around one. And here today we have a P440, so straight 6-cylinder diesel engine in this 440 horsepower P-Series SCANIA. So I will show you all around the outside of the cab, then we'll have a look inside, and then we'll be getting hooked under a trailer and taking it out for a test drive. And I'll also show you around a couple of other SCANIAs that they have here as well. We'll just have a quick look around them. But this one we're taking out on the road today, guys. So let's go. XF here, guys. Might as well get a shot of him. McDonald trucking. Just got a quick shot of the DAF driving around there, guys. And maybe I have to show you a DAF sometime as well, guys. That will come at some point. But that is McDonald trucking there in their DAF XF. So 460 horsepower in that, okay? Anyway, we need to get back to the P-Series here. Okay, taking a quick look around the P440 then. You'll notice straight away it is a lower cab than the R-Series SCANIA. So we would have a bigger engine hump on the interior of this P-Series than the R-Series. And if I zoom up there on the air deflector on the roof, you'll see we have marker lamps there as well. So you don't often see them on the SCANIAs, but we do have two on this P-Series. So I'm just going to walk up here and show you the headlamps as well. We have xenon headlamps on this particular model with your LED side marker lamps as well. So nice to have them on the P440. And I'll fold down the step as well. Handy to have that to clean your windscreen as you reach up there from that step. So I'm just going to pull out the grille as well, just to give you a quick look behind that. We have our air suspension system here for the cab, and also two air suspension systems on the rear as well, just to keep your cab nice and comfortable on the road. And our coolant bottle there as well. And over here we have our oil filler cap and our dipstick as well. So yeah, easy access there, just to pull off the grille. And let's just close that back up. So nice and easy to do that. And I'm just going to walk around the side here as we look at the mirror there, the wide angle mirror on the front, and also a blind spot mirror there for the passenger side, and your wide angle mirror and the big mirror at the bottom. And you'll see as well we have a side window on this SCANIA. Very handy to have that for pulling out of junctions and giving you better visibility over your shoulder, looking out your left side. So I do like that window. Very good to have that. And if I zoom over there, you'll see it on the R-Series as well. We also have a side window on that. So yeah, great to have them. And just two steps leading up into the cab as well on the P-Series. And you'll see as well, just a standard size wheel here, 315 80 profile tyres. 22.5 inch rim, but we have these plastic pointers here on the nuts, so if any of your nuts become loose, those side markers will move and they will indicate that you have a loose nut. So very handy to have them just for keeping an eye on your nuts. So moving over this side, we have two steps there up onto the catwalk, and they cover in all the batteries, so your batteries are in behind that cover. And we just have one fuel tank on this P440. So you will be filling up your truck quite often with just that one small fuel tank. And we also have those pointers on the nuts all at the rear as well. So moving around to the rear, we just have bulb lamps there for the rear. And just a quick peek into the chassis there. And our air suspension there. You'll see there the airbags at the rear. And moving around this side, we have our hydraulic oil tank there. That's what that tank is, for all your hydraulic pumping systems there at the back. And our AdBlue tank We also have a step on this side as well for stepping up onto the catwalk. So handy to be able to climb up on both sides. Now you'll notice as well, if I climb over here, we have a bar. You see that bar there? That's used for operating your middle axle. So a lot of drivers would have tripped over that in their time, but it's no longer used on the newer Scanias. That bar is gone. So yeah, that is that steering bar for the middle axle, and that is your air deflector kit. Full kit here on this P series. So let's just step into the cab with your 2 steps, and very low. I mean, it's just above my waistline, the floor area there, so it would be very low to the ground. And your simple door card design there. So we don't even have any storage here on the side of the door either. So very simple layout on this cab. Let's just have a look at the remote control here for rising and lowering your back axle, for getting underneath your trailers. And we just have some hydraulic pump there at the rear of the seat. Fully adjustable seat, but it's not heated. So as I say, it is a very basic cab, this. And we do have the 12-speed automatic gearbox, the OptiCruise gearbox. And that is your gear selector there as well for going down through your gears. So we would have automatic mode and auto eco mode. So just 2 driving modes in this. We do not have auto power mode, not on this model, because there's not enough power, guys. Only 440 horses. So yeah, simple fabric seat there as well. We have a armrest there on both sides. Nice to see that. And also for the passenger side, you have an armrest. And let me just slide out this drawer as well and give you a look. Our little cup holder there, storage all around here for underneath your bunk. Now I'm just going to hop up here because I want to show you underneath the bunk the amount of storage. This truck is sold by Scania, by Nolan's as well. You see the storage there underneath the bunk. So you can't access this from outside. It's only from inside that you'll get access to that storing area. So probably not very good, because I can't see many drivers hopping in and out all the time moving that. But over here as well, we have our smoke alarm there, and we also have a sunroof there as well. Very handy. You just push that up, and all these lockers here as well. Plenty of storage above the windscreen, and also there as well. Handy to have them. And your tachograph there as well, of course. So that is your dashboard of this P series. Very simple layout. Nothing too sophisticated compared to some of the other Scanias I have shown you in videos. So you would normally have your gear stick here, but not in this automatic OptiCruise gearbox. So I'm just going to sit into the driver's seat and give you a look at the dashboard display. And let's just close that door. So let's just turn on the ignition here. So we have our Rev Counter there at the left. Big display here in the middle, and your speedometer and your fuel tank and your engine temperature over there as well. And if I press on the steering wheel here, we can go down through different menus here. Let me just zoom in there. So this would obviously be our trip meter, and just tells us the amount of hours that we've driven. And it also gives you a driving score as well. How good is your driving? They'll tell you there. And just going down through all your different fuel consumption figures. And if I move over, let me just come out of that menu, and you'll see our air pressure levels there as well. So, and down here, just give you starting checkup and various other items displayed. We have cruise control as well. So let's just move over here. We have our white smoke limiter there as well. Exhaust brake. We can rise and lower our back axle also here, as well as on the remote. And our hazard warning switch and our light switch there. And down here we have our power takeoff switch and cruise control switch there. And your electric windows and mirrors. Very good.
and your door handle, of course. Be very I nearly got locked out of a Scania once, guys. In fact, I actually did get locked out of a Scania because my knee rubbed against that slightly. I didn't notice it, and when I had the door open, it rubbed against it, and when I closed the door, it locked in, and I got locked out of a Scania once. So it did happen to me once. I got locked out. Anyway, moving on. We have our Pioneer stereo there, heated mirror switch there, light switch, air conditioning system here, and in behind that cover as well, you can plug in an air outlet if you want to have a blower there for your cab for dusting out your dashboard, and all our light switches there, and this is for rising and lowering your middle axle from those switches, and your differential lock there as well, and that's just for dimming and doing your time on your display, your time settings. And these are for front fog lamps and your catwalk lamp and your fog lamp there at the rear as well. So yeah, it's pretty simple enough in the dash of the P440, and that is your gear selector. So you go down through your auto mode and then flick it again for auto eco. And obviously you can push it in for manual mode as well. And yeah, very, very easy to operate. And that's how it looks in the passenger side. Just a handy flat area there for putting all your bits and pieces if you're having something to eat. And an ashtray here as well. So yeah, I think, guys, it's time to get hooked under a trailer and take this P440 out on the road.
So this trailer has around 19 ton on board, so it's going to be a good test of the pulling power of the P440. Now, if you have a quick look on our left hand side here, we have a 143M T-cab right there, guys, and I'm going to show you that when we come back from the drive. It's an Australian spec T-cab. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at that when we get back. So yeah, we're in third gear now at the moment, just pulling out of the hill. So the OptiCruise gearbox is very smooth, but the gear change was made quicker on the newer generation Scanias, of course. So we'll probably notice that going up the hill, the slow gear changes. So we're just going to pull out of the junction here now. So I'm in auto eco. We're on pretty much level enough ground here at the moment, and yeah, it's pulling away okay there now. Not too bad for this heavy load. And I could put it into just plain auto mode if I wanted to, which would stretch the gears, stretch the revs in between the gears. So we have 2,300 Newton meters of torque in this 440 horsepower Scania, 12.7 litre straight 6 diesel engine. And yeah, you can notice as well that you are sitting lower to the ground in this lower cab. But yeah, it's pulling away pretty good here. I did drive a 440 before, an R series, just on test, and I didn't really find them a great puller, a great pulling truck, especially with a heavy load trying to get into a roundabout. It's great to have that bit more power if you can get above 440. But if you're not carrying a lot of weight, well, then this truck is perfect for light loads and local distribution. It's not the kind of truck you'd be going off on long distance foreign journeys, or you know, because the storage areas aren't the best inside here for long haul driving.
but for local distribution work it's absolutely fine. And yeah, a bit of a bumpy road there, but it coped quite well. The cab is well controlled, not much shaking around with the cab, so the pitch control is very good. And let's just knock it down into 9th gear. So the great thing with the Selector, you can knock it down to go down through your gears, or knock it up and go up through your gears. So it's good to have that manual control. If you feel the engine labouring, you just have that manual control. Or you can instantly just change the gear. But I'm just leaving it in auto here at the moment, and we will make our way up the hill and ease through it nice and gently. So yeah, let's just let it pull away here at the moment now and just see how it performs. You see, sometimes on a hill, if you feel the engine labouring just slightly, you just knock it down a quick gear and then keep it in that lower gear. If you feel it at all beginning to labour. Now it's in 9th gear, but yeah, it's still pulling away, just slowly but surely pulling. But if it goes into 10th, let's just see, will it keep pulling or will it start to labour a bit? Because we are on a hill now, fairly long, steep hill, and it's gone up into 10th now on its own. How is it pulling? Yeah, it's beginning, yeah, it's just climbing now in 10th gear. So you can see, yeah, it's kind of low on torque on 10th gear going up on this hill here. So the power band would be between 1000 and 1300 RPM on this P440. But as I said, we can just knock it down a gear straight away, and we're into 9th gear there, revving in at 1600 RPM, and it is pulling. Now of course it's not going to be as powerful as some of the rest of the Scanias, 500 horsepower and 560 and 580s. They're all hugely more powerful than this truck. But as I said, this truck would be more than fine for a lot of people. This 440 horsepower truck. When you go back to the 80s, guys, I mean 470 horsepower was huge back in the 80s. But today, in these times, 470 horsepower is not very much. You know, you really need to go above 500 to have decent performance. Now I'm just going to move out to this lane here, because I am turning here at the top of the hill, and we'll turn around and make our way back down the hill, back down to Nolan's. And we also have our hill hold function there as well, so handy for setting off on hills. It will hold us. So we'll just turn around here now. So back down the hill here, and we're already in 9th gear. So it will go up the gears fast once it senses that it's not working very hard. So that's the great thing about this automatic gearbox. It will know when the engine is not working hard and get up through those gears quickly. And we're already into 11th gear here, but I could put on my exhaust brake there just to slow us down if I wish. So we are, let's just get it up into 80 kilometers and see how it copes down the hill. But yeah, it is performing. It is performing quite well actually. Now of course, yes, there is wind noise around this area here. All the newer generation Scanias have cut down hugely on the amount of wind noise in the cab as well. Yeah, just revving in at 1200 there at 80 kilometers. So of course, if I had a retarder, I would be using it by now to slow down, because we are approaching a roundabout here. But we'll just use the exhaust brake there just to slow down, and The exhaust brake will come on automatically with the brake pedal as well, just to give you extra stopping power and to save on brake wear. But it actually coped quite well with that load now for 440 horsepower. And the comfort is very good as well. Of course, these 6x2s are always going to be a lot more comfortable than a 4x2. But yeah, it's nice. Nice cab now. But of course, the newer generation Scanias have better visibility as well. The pillars are narrower and you have better visibility in between the mirror and the pillars in the newer Scanias. But it'll be interesting to take the new P-Series out on the road just to see the improvements they've made on that, because I've not done a video on a new P-Series yet, guys. So hopefully that will come sometime soon.
So there we are, back from the drive in the P440. So it coped pretty okay up the hill, wasn't too bad. It would be nice to have a bit more power, of course, but for what it is, it's absolutely fine. 440 horsepower, and from the 12.7 litre straight 6-cylinder diesel engine and 2,300 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, it's not too bad, the P440. So we are now going to move over to this, guys, the 164G with 580 horsepower from its V8 engine. So yeah, a lot of power from this, guys, but we're not taking it for a drive, sadly. I just want to show you the interior because it has a custom interior inside. Let's have a look. So as we walk around, just for a quick look before we hop inside. So a lot of customized work done on this Scania. 12 wheels, so a lot of heavy haulage to be done on this 164G. So you see all this locker area here on the rear as well, and also on the side on the chassis. Plenty of storage all along this tractor unit. We have the super singles there at the front, and it is left-hand drive. So we'll just walk around here and show you the checkered plate there all around the catwalk, and all covered in there on the chassis as well, and all those lockers on the rear of the cab as well. So a lot of work gone into this tractor unit for heavy haulage. So 15 years old, 2003, as I walk around here, just showing you more locker areas there as well. And you see this wide angle mirror as well. These are not very common at all to see on these trucks. So very good for your blind spot, just looking down on the opposite side. So nice to have that mirror there. And we have the wipers there, remember them? On the headlamps, your little wiper there. But it's not a wiper anymore, it just blows out. It's just a jet wash that comes out of here now on the newer trucks. But that is how they used to be, with the wipers. And he's got all the flashing lamps there up on the roof as well. So that's just a quick look outside. And let's just hop inside and give you a look at the work done on this unit. So we have the quilted leather there all along the door, and also on the center in just above the engine hump there in the middle. And if I hop inside, I just want to show you the gearbox as well. So we have a 3/3 split, so you have your range changer down there and your splitter up here. 3/3. That is what your throw is like. So yeah, not too bad for left-hand drive. And that is your retarder as well, so you just pull that to slow down. And let me just show you as well the bed area here. So all this covered bed, all customized work. And look at these, they almost look like a lampshade there, and the mirror as well. And all along the top here, all quilted leather. And also on the top bunk, these had the top bunk up above the windscreen back in those days. But an awful lot of work done
to this truck. Even on the pillars there as well, guys. If I swing over here, you'll see the work there all along the pillars and up above the door as well. It's all covered in, and the customized curtains as well. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that, guys. Just a quick look inside this 164. And I need to head over there and show you the 143M. So check this out, guys. We have a 143M T-cab here from Scania. Quite unusual to see one of these down here at Nolan's. I've not seen one before down here, but it did take part in the truck run for Katie last year, this particular tractor unit, and it was shipped over from Australia. So an Australian spec truck here, but manufactured in '96 and delivered to its owner in 1997. And we just check out the leaf springs there on the rear axle, and also the front axle is also on leaf springs. We have the 2 fuel tanks on the driver's side and also 2 more on the passenger side, so you would carry an awful lot of fuel on them for your long journeys in Australia. And you'll see the exhaust stacks out the rear as well. So very, very good work here done on the rear, and also the air intakes as well sticking out on top there. So over in Australia, this truck you'll be allowed to gross 85 ton, guys. So with all that pulling power, you would need to be cooling the engine quite well, because it would get quite warm, the engine, pulling all that weight. So as we walk around here, of course it's right-hand drive, just like here in Ireland, because it is an Australian spec truck. So we have 450 horsepower from this tractor unit, and you'll see the protection there on the windscreen as well. Stop your stone chips and various things hitting your windscreen, and the blue visor there on the front as well, and also that bull bar there. Stop deer and all damaging your truck, and kangaroos and whatnot running out in front of your truck. But yeah, it is very tough looking at the front, isn't it, on this 143M. So yeah, just walking around giving you a quick look, and those 2 extra fuel tanks there. So it did originally come with 2 454 litre tanks, so obviously 2 more were fitted at some point to give it more range. And we have the catwalk there covered in as well, just like on the 164. And look at the springs there holding the mud flap there as well. Very simple but effective, I'm sure. And moving around to the rear, we have Scania mud flaps there and a tow hook there as well. And what does that say? Do not overtake turning vehicle. Yes. So yeah, I'm just going to hop inside now, guys, and give you a quick look, just to see what we have. We have the 2 steps there. So you'll notice straight away we have a flat floor. Yeah, very, very handy. And yeah, let's just hop inside and give you a quick look. So we have the 3/3 split, just like on the 164. On the GRS 900R gearbox. So that is what's fitted onto this truck. And we have the textile seats as well on this model. And I don't know why that's painted in red, your fuse cover there. But look at the front there, guys, the bull nose on the T-cab, huh? But that is your dashboard as well. Very, very similar to the 164. And we have the retarder there as well. Yeah, so that is just a quick look inside your Australian spec 143M T-cab, guys. So yeah, what do you think? Leave your comments below about this truck. So that is where I'm going to leave you all today from T. Nolan Sons Scania here in Castleisland in County Kerry. So I look at a few trucks here, and I do hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and driving the P440 as well. Yeah, I like this truck, guys. It'd be nice to have it for shows, wouldn't it? Yeah. Who knows, someday maybe. No, I can't, I couldn't do it. But anyway, I like it. And the 164 as well, with that customized interior as well. Very, very good. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will talk to you all again very soon for another video. So until then, take care and thanks for watching. Cheers, guys. So it's a good indicator if any of your nuts come loose. Sorry about that, lads. I just couldn't help but laughing. But oh, lads.